Welcome back, guys. So I was hanging out at the gym this morning doing my workout like I usually do, and I got a question from one of my friends who she's going through like a tough time right now, which of course I am too. And without going into too many specifics about what she told me was going on, she pretty much asked me like, what is one of the things that you think would help or that you would like to try, for this new year that might work out a little bit. And one of the things that I've heard, mostly from my master instructor and from his master instructor, is the use of affirmations, which I'm sure a lot of you who watch this video have probably heard before, but I wanted to kind of do it in a little bit of a different way. Instead of just like sitting and just like doing affirmations, I decided instead of that, how about when we work out, especially when the workout like ramps up and gets really, really hard, instead of whatever thoughts are running through your mind, you purposefully say to yourself, I can keep going, I can keep going, I can keep going. So like you might be doing something like jumping rope or like lifting heavy weights, but it doesn't really matter because you just say to yourself, like as you're like really just like your whole body's just like hurting as you're jumping rope, and you're just like, I can keep going, I can keep going, I can keep going. And that's that. You don't think about when it's going to end, you don't think about how long you have to go, you don't think about how many reps you've done, you don't even count, you don't pay attention to anything except keeping that rope going and just saying to yourself, I can keep going, I can keep going, I can keep going, instead of sitting and just saying to yourself, I can keep going, I can keep going. Because it doesn't mean as much as if you can actually say to yourself, I can keep going, and then also actually keep going, actually do what you know that you need to do, which is, at that moment might be lifting weights or jumping rope. But, and this is key, I think that if you do that really hard in one area of your life, it will show up in other areas. Meaning that if you use that affirmation while you're working out and your body is in pain, when your body is in emotional pain, you can also say that to yourself, and it will mean just as much then to keep doing whatever you're doing to get yourself out of that situation. Okay? So keep using that affirmation, I can keep going, right? When you're working out, and it will carry over into your studies, into dealing with your parents, into finding a job, into doing a job, or into other workouts or other, forms of physical exertion, not just emotional or mental. Use that affirmation, I can keep going, right? And really believe it. Don't just say it, but really believe it. Like, I can keep going when you're doing, you're doing whatever. Like if you're doing like a front squat, I can keep going, right? To really, really drive it home. Not just into your mind to say it, but also into your emotional body. That way it's not just, like a thing that you say to yourself, but it's something that you feel as well. I can keep going. And when you actually make it all the way up to the top and boom, drop that weight, guess what? You kept going. You said it to yourself and it was true. Then you can enjoy the emotion of saying to yourself, yes, I kept going. See that? You say it to yourself, you do it, then you experience the result, then the happiness with the situation, or the joy, the triumph, right? The feeling of elation when you actually get that thing. That creates a psychological, I don't know what the term is, a psychosomatic feedback loop, where it actually, like you say it to yourself, you do it, then you experience the result. And then this will show up in other areas of your life, okay? Particularly in things like studying or dealing with parents, or if your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whatever is cheating on you, you can keep going and you can do what you know that you need to do. Use this affirmation. Do it every time there's a workout, and you work out every day. I'm going to start using it, and I invite all of you to start using it as well. Peace out. Damn it. Man, I swear that's always the problem I have with YouTube, is they're always hollering like, broadcast yourself, and then they always cut people off at the freaking knees every time they get big. It's bullshit.